That damage was done when you were a kid.
Let's start on page 24.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamalachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamalachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamalachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Poachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. thought you'd test him anyways, huh?
Shalom aterevana Gam besimcha u'tova Tochemune am segula Boi chala Lecha yori Yikat kala B'nei Shabbat Kavela
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Have a seat. So, any good things this week? Any blessings, simchas? You got to go on a trip, yes?
And made it home safe, thank God.
Yeah. All right. You're going to Oklahoma? Yeah.
Lovely.
Okay. Good. Anything else? Any other simchas? Happy moments?
Woohoo!
Is it all done? You're all
Painted
done?
it all, huh? What's next? What's the next project? Okay.
Maybe they'll finish painting the outside of the building. Well, blessings. We hope that all of you have a wonderful Thanksgiving next week. Opportunity to be with friends, family. You know, it'd be a blessing. Okay? So let's go on to page 27. And let's read at the bottom. Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer, on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruits so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days. Lest my day be today as the one before, lest routines set my ways. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, B'alama divra hirote v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala, uvizman kariv, v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach, le'olam ol me'almaya, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yipar v'yitramam v'yinaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalal, shemei d'kedusha b'richu, le'la min kol birhata shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'imaru amen. Please rise as able.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Do you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared?
Page 30. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma pateach she'arim, uvitvuna mishane itim, umahalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'hoshech mipnei or, avir yom umevi laila, avdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzavaot shemo. El Hai V'Kayam, Tamid Imloch Aleinu Leolam Va'ed, Baruch Ata Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. On the bottom of page 33. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us, and the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch Atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
May be seated. Page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'odecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlachtecha b'derech v'shokbecha v'kumecha v'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim lelechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet. On page 39. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? La 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 la.
Let's continue on the top of page 43. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporez sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael HaShabbat v'lasot et HaShabbat v'totam v'tolam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael HaShabbat v'lasot et HaShabbat v'totam v'tolam. Bein you and b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, oti le'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael HaShabbat v'lasot et HaShabbat v'totam v'tolam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael HaShabbat v'lasot et HaShabbat v'totam v'tolam. U'bayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael HaShabbat v'lasot et HaShabbat v'totam v'tolam. Shabbat v'lasot et HaShabbat v'totam v'tolam.
Page 46. Please rise as able.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agitei latecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh Hakol, V'zocher Chastei Havot v'Imahot, U'mebi Geulah Livnei Bneihem, Leman Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayeh hakol ata, Rav le'hoshia. Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, mechalkel chaim bechesed, mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim. Tomech noflim v'rofeh cholim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato, v'shenei afar, michamocha bal gevurot, umido melach, melech memit umechayet, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'nemanata lachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
And let us all say amen.
Amen.
You may be seated. Let's go to page 57. And in the upper corner, ever-present one. May we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer, wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands. You are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. On page 59, bottom paragraph. When we behold your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars that you set in place, what are we humans that you are mindful of us? We mortals that you take note of us. You make us a little less than divine, adorned us with glory and majesty. You gave us dominion over your handiwork, laying the world at our feet. How majestic is your name throughout the earth. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulcha na'eh lehodot.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amacha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amacha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amacha Tasim Shalom Rav Yisrael Amacha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amacha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amacha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amacha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amacha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amacha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim leolam.
Let's take a moment now to think about the people in our lives who are struggling with illness, those whose lives are made hard. This week we call out Joan Adler and Bill Ellis, Ruth Alford, Howard Newirth Hirsch, Debbie Simon, Linda Katz, Deanna Solomon, Aaron Kugler, Alan Levin, Karen Ellis, Judith Levy, Gary Habercorn Holm. And if you have anyone you would like to mention, please let us know. Let's turn to prayer for healing, page 253.
Shebera avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
May the Holy and Blessed One bring healing to all those that we've named out loud and in our own hearts. Amen.
Amen.
So there are still 3 victims of October 7th missing somewhere in Gaza who have not been returned to their family. And we've been singing Hatikva kind of as a healing prayer for ourselves and for our world. So let's turn in our prayer books now to page 374, and let's rise for Hatikva.
Kol balevav penima nefesh Yehudi homiya ufatem Mizrach katima Yerushalayim Liyotam Chofshi Be'artzenu Eretz Tzion Yerushalayim.
You may be seated. Tony, you're up.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Welcome to our members, our guests, our virtual congregants. Tony Ross, Excellent Boards Treasurer, participation in the Shabbat service meeting. So let me share a couple upcoming events. It's typical Sinai this time of year. We're all about Hanukkah and the Festival of Lights. Join us for one or all of these three events. The West Houston collaboration of synagogues and organizations is having a Hanukkah event with learning, crafts, food, gift shopping on Sunday, December the 7th, 3 to 5 at JCC West. It's free and open to all. And here, Sinai Lights, our Hanukkah First Night Festival, is on Sunday, December 14th, from 3 to 8 p.m. Please go to the temple calendar for full details and register. There'll be tons of fun, family fun events like mini golf and other contests, Chinese food, lot tennis,
Sufganiyot.
candle lighting, singing, and dessert. And tell your friends and neighbors this is open to everybody. So you just got to get them registered for security, but let's get the entire neighborhood here. Hopefully half of them will push the boat. And
Not a lot of Jews in that crew.
join Rabbi Lipper at Fuzzy's Pizza for the third night candle lighting celebration on Tuesday, December 16th. Look for Fuzzy's Pizza on Facebook to make a reservation. Space is limited, and 18% of proceeds go to support the use of Holocaust Museum. Please go support Fuzzy.
Great. Thank you. So tonight, I thought I want to share with you a little Torah that I learned from this section of the Torah. And I often go exploring the text and find that my study takes a turn. So the Torah portion this Shabbat is Toldot. It begins, and these are the generations of Isaac, son of Abraham. The biblical story passes from one generation to the next. This reading tells the story of the birth of Jacob and Esau, their struggle for dominance over each other, and the ultimate selection of Jacob as the patriarch through whom Jewish destiny will be transmitted. It also offers two distinct theories of history, indicating different approaches on how humans should conduct themselves in the face of momentous choices. Well, the first theory of history is that human destiny is controlled by iron fate. We're born with a certain character, follow its dictates through our lives, and die without fundamentally changing our nature, or by extension, our effect on others. In this approach, our life course is set from the moment we enter the world. The Torah conveys this view of history in its descriptions and explanations of names. The names that people are given at birth determine their character for their entire lives. At the beginning of Toldot, we're told, the first one emerged from the womb red, like a hairy mantle all over. So they named him Esau, right, meaning hairy or rough. Indeed, as long as he lives, Esau will reaffirm this birth experience by acting wildly, roughly, ruled by his own passion and emotion. His brother arrives hanging on to Esau's heel, and so he receives the name Jacob, derived from the Hebrew for heel. This name signals that Jacob's whole life, and according to rabbinic interpretation, the lives of his descendants will be consumed by a struggle for dominance over his brother. Moreover, the name Jacob has another meaning, as Esau makes clear after his younger brother preceded him to Isaac and received his blessing. That's why they called him Jacob, Esau says, meaning sneak. That's Everett Fox's translation of what Jacob means, sneak. Charging that his brother has stolen both his birthright and blessing. Esau's asserting here that Jacob must act like a sneak, since that is the Hebrew root of his very name. In other words, Jacob's actions mirror his personality that was destined since his naming at birth. In fact, later on in Genesis, the narrative again will highlight these qualities in Jacob's confrontation with Laban later on. So the Torah states this fateful view of history most clearly in the first confrontation between Jacob and Esau. Esau, the man of the wild, arrives home to find the domesticated Jacob cooking a lentil stew. Of course, which color is red. The Torah relates Esau's demand as follows. And he said, "Give me some of this red stuff because I'm tired." Therefore they called his name Red, Edom. The appellation for red in this sentence, Edom, becomes the name of a nation at war with Israel throughout the Bible and later in rabbinic literature. And again we see that the stress is on ironclad destiny. Esau's name is red, therefore he must act wildly and violently. Does the Torah abandon us to this rigid view of history in which we are condemned to follow the character traits impressed on us at birth? No. Because there's an alternative approach. The major point of the second great story of Toldot, that of Isaac's blessing of Jacob. Isaac at first wants to confer the fateful blessing that will decide the future of Jewish history on Esau, his firstborn. Doing so would have reinforced the notion that fate is determined at birth. Since Esau is the firstborn, he by nature receives the primary blessing. It's the rule of primogeniture. Firstborn gets it all. My son only wishes that that were true. But I think he sold his birthright to my daughter for a pot of stew at some point. But the Torah narrative overrides natural history and shifts the blessing to the younger son, Jacob. Thus, the seeming ironclad rule of destiny, as represented in primogeniture, is shattered when Jacob and his mother Rebekah, acting on their sense of moral right, demonstrate that human action can defeat rigid fate. The story of Jacob's blessing is an affirmation of the freedom of humans to act in the world according to their sense of right and justice, and not be bound by seemingly natural laws that, like the privilege of the firstborn. The principle of the superiority of human freedom over blind fate is critical to the Torah, and it's repeated throughout Genesis. The younger son is favored over the elder in both the first set of brothers we meet. Who were they? Cain and Abel. And the last set, Ephraim and Manasseh. The point is emphasized in Toldot through the juxtaposition of the theory of free history and the theory of unyielding destiny. It's no accident that the chief orchestrator of the story of the blessing is a woman, the matriarch Rebecca. Frequently, when the Bible wants to shatter a pattern, it is a woman who will step forward and to discard the old and champion innovative thinking. Thus, Sarah overrides Abraham's clinging to primogeniture and insists that Ishmael leave the house so that Isaac, the younger one, can assume the mantle of Jewish leadership. Later in the Bible, Hannah dismisses the advice of her husband Elkanah to be satisfied with her childless lot, and she prays for a son. The result is the birth of Samuel, the great prophet and reluctant innovator of kingship in Israel. Ruth punctures the biblical prohibition against members of the nation of Moab entering into marriage with Jews. Her descendants, of course, include Israel's greatest king, David. There are countless other moments where strong women do courageous things to change the Bible's path. In each of these instances, the normal male-dominated world of the Bible is shaken by the emergence of a woman who, through her decisive action, represents that everyday assumptions about the world can be broken by humans acting with a sense of purpose and justice. So the Bible places these two versions or theories of history side by side. Both govern human behavior. In most cases, humans follow natural rules, such as primogeniture, or make little effort to alter their basic characters. But Toldot teaches us that we need not be constrained by rigid rules or personal habits. Like Jacob and the women of the Bible, we have the capacity to overcome history, to overcome the ordinary, to achieve greatness, and to change the world. So in the footsteps of Rebecca, of Hannah, and of Ruth, fate and faith remain in our own control. But we control it. Speak out. Use your voice to speak truth to power. Change the world every day. Don't let the passivity of silence rule the hour. Raise your hand and become the blessings that we can become. Then God's promise to Abraham that he will be the blessing will ring out loud for all time. Shabbat Shalom. Yeah. So on that note, I want to thank all of you. If you've had a chance to bring food for our food drive, phenomenal, fantastic. It's all going to the food bank on Tuesday. And if you haven't had a chance to and you still want to bring something by, you can bring it by, drop it out in front of the building. I'll pick it up on Tuesday when I'm here. And if someone gets it before then, they needed it more than we did. So, but it's helpful to bring some stuff if you can. We also have one more announcement, and that is this week, MAM, Memorial Assistance Ministries, which is our interfaith organization of congregations that we're partners with, dropped a box in front of the building, in our lobby. They're doing a Christmas toy drive. And if you think about it, you know, you're walking through Target or Walmart and pick up something for someone. All of that goes to MAM. They'll use it to hand out later at their moments. So think about that as well. We are blessed, and yet we have the choice to change the world. Okay. So let's change the world by praying for it. Page 283. Aleinu. Please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה לייצר בראשית, שהוא שם אלוקינו לייחד את שמו, וגאור עלינו להמליך מלכותו, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו וזולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו, ידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת, אין עוד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. At this sacred time, our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, whose graves are unmarked, those of every race, every nation and faith whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. This week we mark the Shloshim for Mary Ann LeBlanc Langlois Fryo, grandmother of Christy Samuels, and great-grandmother of Cameron and Dylan Samuels. And for Rabbi Roy Walter. We also call out those whose yahrzeit falls this Shabbat: Stanley Leonard, father of Joyce Gardner; Karen Sklar, the wife of Al Sklar; Sid Ziegelman, father of Alan Ziegelman; Morris Menkes, father of Sharon Huson; Hannah Frischman, mother of David Frischman; Charles Taxon, grandfather of Bruce Greenberg; John Cyprian Garcia, father of Beth Zeffert; Mark Lincoln, brother-in-law of Joe Beach. Are there any additional names for Kaddish this evening. For all of them, we say Zichronam Livracha. May their memories be a blessing. We turn to page 294 for Kaddish. Yet Gadol, V'yet Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, B'alama Divara Hirute V'amlech Malhute, B'chayechon V'yomechon, V'chaye D'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala V'zman Kari V'immeru Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Olamei Olamaya, Yitbarach V'yishtabach, Ba'ar V'tramam V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal, Shemed Kudsha B'rechu, Le'ila Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tush B'chata V'nechemata, Da'amiran Be'alama V'imeru Amen. Yehi Shalom Rabbah Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu V'yal Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mramav, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu V'yal Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn, and bring comfort to those who are bereaved among us. Amen.
Amen.
May be seated. We're going to close with page 321, Adon Olam.
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yetzir Nivra, Yenasa, Behefzo Kol, Azai Melech, Shemo Nikra, Acharei, Kichlot HaKol, Levado, Yimluch Nora, Vehu Haya, Vehu Hoveh, Vehu Yeh, B'tifara, Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzini V'yet Nasa V'chesed Kol Azai Melech Shemoni Yacharei Levado Yimluch Nora Vehu Haya Vehu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzini V'yet Nasa V'chesed Kol Azai Melech Shemoni Yacharei Levado Yimluch Nora Vehu Haya Vehu Hoveh B'tifara Vehu Haya Vehu Hoveh B'tifara Vehu Echad V'ein Sheni Lehamshilo Lehachbira V'li Reshit V'li Tachlit V'lo Haoz V'hamisra Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzini V'yet Nasa V'chesed Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimluch Nora Vehu Haya Vehu Hoveh Vehu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzini V'yet Nasa V'chesed Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimluch Nora Vehu Haya Vehu Hoveh B'tifara Vehu Haya Vehu Hoveh B'tifara. Finished it off. Vehu Eli, V'chai Goali, V'tzur Chavli, B'yetzara, Vehu Nisi, Umanos Li, Menat Kosi, B'yom Ekra, B'yado, Afkid Ruchi B'yet Ishan Ve'ayira Ve'im Ruchi Geviati
Adonai li, v'lo ira. Adono lama sher malach v'terem ko yitzir nivra li'et nasa v'cheso kol azayim v'shmonika acharei kichlot hakol levado yimlach nora v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u'v'u' חסד כל הזיימת לשמוני קרא אחרי ככלות הכל לברואים לא קרא והוא היה והווה תפארה והוא היה והווה תפארה והוא היה והווה תפארה.
Shabbat Shalom,
Shabbat Shalom.
everyone. Join us in the lobby.